Hello everybody, it's me Brandon. Today I wanted to end up talking to y'all about a challenge which I have renamed. It's not made by me, but I do not believe it's anywhere on the internet. And this challenge is called Candle Challenge. This challenge is where you get a lighter and you light a candle for 30 days. I just accidentally blew it out. You saw it though. It worked. And for 30 days you light a candle. And you leave it on for at least 30 minutes. Now you might think, Brandon, why am I doing this? This doesn't have any physical benefits to it. I believe that, and this challenge is basically useless in the ways of like physical benefits. And you know what it's not useless in? Commitment. This is a way to build a commitment to something so simple as literally lighting a candle. I'm going to leave that on my desk. Now, yesterday was my day one. I actually got this challenge when I was praying because I was going to God. God, please, I will do anything you say for 30 days as long as it is not against the law or illegal. And that I could just do it because I really want to get into the trade aid thing. And the idea that, and then I said, put anything in my mind, something random, something that only would have deeper meaning within it. And then I thought, light a candle for 30 days. I don't know if it was my own thought or God. I believe it was God. I believe that an item like this, a candle, has a lot of meaning to it. Due to the fact that a candle has odd abilities. A candle kind of symbolizes life. You make a tiny little flame that is controlled within a circle of wax. A candle that genuinely is like, will end up being a light. It will create light around it from the wax and string that it has. I like this candle challenge a lot due to the fact that you're doing something that's completely useless for 30 days. But that's like what challenges kind of are. It's kind of like the perfect challenge because you're not just building the ability, or you're not just like lighting a candle. You're actually, every time you do it, you're making it where you're getting the discipline to do something that's so different out of your completely out of your usual routine that you actually kind of start to like it. I think that it's also a little bit important with the idea of the fire. Because I think fire itself, it's something that calms us as humans. Think about it. Humans only survived because of the fact that during the Ice Age, they were able to make fires. They could, you know, make they could, cook their food. They could end up keeping their children, their families, and themselves warm. They could end up like mosquito proofing themselves, which in Africa, that's something pretty good. They could end up making a light, so they could end up staying up at night, and you could have guys on like the night shift with torches and like in one hand a torch and one hand a spear. Torch to keep them awake, spear to fight. And The candle is such a perfect illustration of this. After thousands of years of humans using fire, now we have it in a small, portable form. Yes, I know that it has been around for thousands of years, but the fact that we've also been able to create kind of smells in it. Smells that can reflect stuff like spices. This one says spice. Let me check. Cinnamon spice. I don't have the best sense of smell, but it does smell kind of good. So, and when you're doing this, you're doing something basically useless, but something that kind of intrigues you. Because let's be honest, when do you have a candle? Like, that's something that you don't have usually. Something that you will usually probably buy from a store and then let it sit around for a few months until like something like what's it called? Some type of thing like a power outage happens, which is basically what we use these candles for. We just usually go buy more. But you'll probably have a candle in your house, and if you don't have any, you can just go to Dollar Tree. They have like packs of 30 for $1. So simple. I got a nice one here. I'm just gonna, burn this one until it's completely gone. But now that I have this challenge, I feel like I'll be given something for this. I don't think that you should go into this challenge expecting to be given something, but I think that you should expect to go into this challenge as a practice for getting better at other challenges, whether it be gratitude journaling, showering for 30 days, cold showering for 30 days, no FAP, that's something like this really helps with, because you're doing something extremely useless against something that is extremely pleasurable. It kind of cancels out your bad energy in a way. It's nice to look at the candle too. Like, you look at the little flame, it's dancing around as the wind goes by. It's trying to get bigger, but then it gets smaller. It has its own tiny little flame on the inside where it's hotter. It's currently melting the surroundings around it, and it's doing its own little natural dance as it's trying to survive, basically. The fire is kind of alive. Fire is an illustration of life in a way. Trapped, but having enough to survive on for just so long, and whenever it runs out, that's it. It runs out, and then in the fire, it dies. That's what I believe is within the candle. The candle has meaning. The candle has purpose. The candle is a challenge for you guys to get the ability to light this thing for 30 days and do that for so many times that you actually start to get a little bit of joy out of it. And you can actually put this to like habit building, like working out. You're going to get joy out of something that there's literally nothing to gain from. I don't think that there's anything to gain from it, except maybe the fact that your body probably thinks, oh, fire, that kept my great-great-great-grandpa alive. I like that. Your discipline is in a candle. Now join me for it. I didn't create it, God created it. But I will follow the challenge God set in state for me. That's what I must do. I also think that y'all should see this challenge as a mean to you. Unwind for a little bit. Honestly, turn off your lights in your room. Have the candle in front of you, as if it were your only light. And when you're unwinding, use the candle. This candle is literally the only thing that's keeping me like, oh, look at that. Kind of cool, actually. It's keeping me, like, it's actually pretty warm. Put my hands over it. It's nice. Making a little bit of smoke. You know, not enough to trigger a fire alarm. I think that y'all have a lot to gain from this challenge. That's it for this video. If you want to end up joining me for self-improvement, I can give you tips for this type of stuff. Wow, that's beautiful. It's like a little blue part to the flame. It's like the warmest part, I think. So if you want to end up joining me for self-improvement, you can contact me in the description. My Fiverr link to my self-improvement coaching. I can help you with so many things. I can help you with raising your testosterone, getting a challenge done, and analyzing what habits would actually make the best for your situation. And if you really want to get up in your self-improvement journey, and if you want to start making $3,000 a month, as they say, check out Adonis School, dude. That place is amazing. And they have like strong men there who are genuinely like, they just want the other men around them to become better. So they're basically gonna shove you into making that $3,000 by the end of the month. And I think that's awesome, because you can also stay and make more money, and then you can just make money on your own. That's it for this video, boys. Remember, discipline is in a candle.